Hi, Keir. I've been really critical on here about the appalling comms and in fact about how dull you are and what a poor communicator you are. But today, this has come out. And I was drawn to it because Beth Rigby posted a link to it. But it was the comment with the link that really got me interested, because she's noted that of all the PMs that she's followed, you're the most down to earth and not like this idea that we all have of you, that you're slightly remote. And then I was further enticed because Dan Hodges said that it was a terrible interview, like it was a sort of interview that a PM gives after they've left office. And he quotes the bit where you talk about the Island of Strangers speech and how you regret saying it. His quote is quite selective though, because what you actually said was that you take responsibility for it, you regret saying it, you should have held it up to the light a little bit more because you weren't aware of how it would be perceived. But also that it was the day after your home had been firebombed. And I guess what none of us knew until today was that your sister-in-law was in the home when it was firebombed. Although it should be noted that in the interview, you still take responsibility for the fact that you feel like you should have examined that speech and that phrase a little bit more carefully. So I read it all, and actually I was very struck by how shit your personal PR is. And for all of us that have had to empty homes for a relative after they've died, I think it will strike a nerve, especially when maybe that relative had been struggling for quite some time. It's with a matter of factness. It's discussed how you went into your brother's flat alone. You had no help, but you emptied the fridge, you tidied it all up because your brother, because of his difficulties, had left the place in a bit of a state, and you didn't want people to see that and know that of your brother. You talk about getting on your hands and knees to scrub the toilet because you didn't want to let your brother down. Whilst I'm sorry that you, like so many of us, have had those sorts of experiences, I think it very clearly shows that you do understand what happens in real life. Those working class roots are solid. But it's not just what's in the article that I found interesting this morning, it's how other people have reacted to it. So again, the day after your home was firebombed with your sister-in-law in it, you were at work the next day making a major speech about immigration. Nigel won't go to Clacton because he's afraid. I think it's fair to say, Keir, you're not perfect. Nobody is. But it's also fair to say that you're not exploiting and manipulating vulnerable members of the public in order to make your own bank account richer. Good chat, as you were.